Back in Las Vegas, both Bobby Chacon and Cornelius Boza Edwards are in the ring. The WBC considers this a super featherweight bout. Others call it a junior lightweight fight. It's a matter of semantics and that those weight divisions are basically the same. At the moment, this is being considered a non-title fight due to the legal involvements. And at the moment, the WBC is meeting on this very subject. But the fight is on, and that was not the case as late as this past Friday night. And with the fight on, let's go to the ring for the introductions. Here's Chuck Hall.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caesars Palace Sports Pavilion, where today John Chacon Productions, in association with Caesars Palace, presents a 12-round contest of the People's Champions. These bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The officials assigned by that commission this afternoon. The judges are Dwayne Ford, Lou Tabbitt, and Dave Moretti. The timekeepers, Charlie Roth and Jane Broadfoot. The attending physician at ringside, Dr. Flip Omansky, and the referee is Richard Steele. This is the main event of the afternoon. 12 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 129 3/4 pounds. He has a professional record of 38 wins, 3 defeats. He is a former world champion and currently rated by the WBC as #1 in his division. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the very popular Cornelius Boza Edwards. And in the red corner, fighting out of Oroville, California, weighing in at 129 3/4 pounds. His professional record consists of 51 wins, 6 defeats, and 1 draw. He is the reigning WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Schoolboy Bobby Chacon.
And you hear the reception for Bobby Chacon. Very popular, very colorful fighter out of California. All smiles in entering the ring.
I want to caution you and obey my commands at all times. In case of a knockdown, the fighter that is standing, go to the farther neutral corner. Remain there till I tell him to come out. You can use Vaseline, but use it very lightly. Shake hand. Good luck to both of you.
Referee Richard Steele. We're scheduled for 12. 31-year-old Bobby Chacon, the WBC Super Featherweight champ. His last fight last December, 15-round decision over Bazooka Limon, one of the great fights of the year to win the WBC title. Cornelius Boza Edwards, who we last saw here on it. He stopped Pedro Laza here in Las Vegas in round 9. That was back in February. And Boza Edwards, as you see, a southpaw in the white going up against Chacon in the red. Back in May of '81, Boza Edwards stopped Chacon after round 13, successfully defending his title. And Chacon says in that particular bout, oh, good right hand by Chacon. That bout, Chacon went for the early knockout. He said he would not do that here today or look to do it, and Chacon got tagged by Boza Edwards.
They've both been tagging each other right now. There's been some very hard punches thrown. Boza has landed some very sharp punches. Chacon, for his part, has landed 1 good punch, but it did not seem to bother Boza Edwards at all. Chacon seeming to take this fight very lightly at the beginning, laughing, smiling at the crowd. I think he's going to get very serious very shortly. A low blow. Boza sort of saying, that wasn't nice.
A criticism of both fighters is that they take too many punches. They both land, but also both get hit, as we've seen in this opening round.
Well, they have really been trading some very hard punches. Boza, in particular, has found the range early. Boza seems much more determined at the beginning of this fight. I don't think Bobby's woken up yet to the fact that he's in a title fight.
Edwards trapping Bobby Chacon in the corner.
But Chacon not doing bad in the corner. He wants to stay there.
And here's Chacon back, and he stunned Boza Edwards.
There was some reason for Chacon to be in that corner. He was playing a foxy game there, and he came out hitting just where he wanted to. Fast opening first round. Both men inflicting a considerable amount of damage in the first round.
Right hand by Boza Edwards, answered by the Chacon right as we approach 10 seconds left in round one. That's a slip. And Richard Steele.
Controversial call by the referee, Richard Steele. Now you see, there was a punch, but he had slipped down on the slick part of the canvas. Now, the referee didn't actually know what to call it. He looked over to the corner. They did call it a knockdown. Since Boza Edwards was ahead in that round, unofficially on my scorecard, it now makes it an even round. A very important round in this fight. It's opened up with a lot of controversy, just like it has been all week long.
And this is round two. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. Las Vegas, Nevada. And Boza Edwards on the attack. Now Bobby Chacon is looking to cover up.
Bobby, for some reason, likes to fight off those ropes. He's not really getting hammered on the ropes by Boza, and he apparently has a plan to counterattack. Look at that. All hooks.
And also taking some shots. He's paying for it.
Both these guys are burning themselves out in the earlier rounds. That's the only term you can use because they're going flat out.
And this is exactly what Chacon said he would not look to do.
Well, when you're getting hit by Boza Edwards, you forget your plan and come back fighting. But that's the only way Bobby Chacon knows how to fight.
He's getting whipped now by Boza Edwards.
Serious damage being inflicted by Boza Edwards. Bad mistake by Chacon to stay there.
Whether this is Chacon's plan, I really wonder, as again he's trapped in the corner. Chacon taking 2 or 3 to land one.
Incredible. And he's got a cut. Chacon has some kind of a cut. He's got blood coming from a little nick on his eye, on his left eye. Something had to give. There were too many punches landing for something not to give, and his left eye has now got a cut. Boza Edwards is relentless. There is virtually no movement in this fight.
This is right hand by Chacon. Bobby Chacon putting Boza Edwards down. Cornelius Boza Edwards says he's all right, but crowd urging Chacon on. Final seconds, second round. Chacon appeared to be in big trouble. We saw the nick under the eye that is being taken care of in the corner, but then he landed the right hand. Here it is.
Flush on the jaw. But that's the way Bobby Chacon fights, and that's the way Boza Edwards fights. Let's face it, Boza has no defense, and neither does Bobby Chacon, so anything can happen in any minute. Now, the bell for the opening of round 3. Boza did not appear between rounds and to be affected. They were not working very hard on him. He just came back from a flash knockdown on Chacon's corner. They were telling him, you're throwing too many punches. Start planning your fight. And Chacon said, that's the only way I can fight.
So we had a slip in round 1, an authentic knockdown in round 2.
Both rounds controversial.
Oh, what an exchange!
Boza taking another right hand flush on the nose. This one didn't seem to bother him, but boy, is he taking straight shots.
Don't reach, Bob.
Minute gone by, third round, the combination by Boza Edwards. And again, Chacon in the corner. He's consistently trapped in the corner, this time able to spin out.
I don't know if he's trapped or if he falls back there and stays back because he thinks he can fight better off the ropes. He certainly could have moved off before, and he stays there. Now, you know, this fight does not figure to go the distance the way these two guys have started at this burnout pace, but if you're scoring the fight, you got to be going crazy because Boza's taking this whole round and then goes down at the end.
Richard Steele, the referee, says stop the pushing. The scoring on the 10-point must. That is if we do get involved in a scoring situation, and the scoring handled by the 3 judges. The referee does not take part. 3 knockdown rule in effect, and the bell does not save the fighter except in the final round.
So no matter what you have seen right now, what your eyes are... Oh,
left hand! And Chacon put down, but he's indicating that he's all right.
Same kind of flash knockdown. Same kind of flash knockdown. He's not hurt. He's laughing.
Let's go.
In fact, looking over at us as if to say, I'm all right.
He's an actor, Bobby Chacon. He is an actor. He's playing to his audience.
And that's the 3rd time that either Boza Edwards or Chacon have gone down. The first one, though, did appear to be a slip.
Boza Edwards finding the range with that right jab.
Let him up.
And Boza Edwards with those knife-like punches. And they end with the flurry.
Let's look at that straight left hand that put down Chacon. Caught him completely off balance, and there it was. He went down. It was a flash knockdown. He was up in a minute, and no problem. Back to the action.
And this is round 4. Again, the chant of Bobby for Bobby Chacon, who over his 11-year career has been written off as finished many times, but has continually come back.
Chacon launching an all-out attack in spite of the fact that his corner told him, take it easy, box some, you're burning yourself out.
And again, the referee Richard Steele with the warning about the shove by Boza Edwards.
Believe it or not, curiously enough, this is an even fight. Boza down in the first, Boza down in the second, Chacon down in the third, and it's a 29-29 fight.
Keep those hands up.
Unofficially, of course, on my scorecard, Boza has been inflicting the heavier damage. Bobby Chacon, that cut over his eye has not become a factor. Great corner work.
And he came out looking very fresh in this 4th round. Not the case in the earlier round. Bobby Chacon, the WBC Super Featherweight champion. Cornelius Boza Edwards, the former champion and ranked #1 contender.
Chacon, who had plastic surgery to his nose, not being bothered by his nose right now. That plastic surgeon can take a great deal of pride in his work because he's been hammered right on the nose by over 100 hard punches.
And we're past the halfway point. 4th round scheduled for 12.
There he is again. Bobby Chacon in a corner. He just seems to like it there. Good, solid
Boza Edwards uppercut. Oh, right hand by Boza Edwards again on target.
All the hooks that Boza wants to throw are landing, and uppercuts are landing as well. What is keeping little Bobby Chacon together? I don't know.
It has been non-stop from the opening bell. Both Boza Edwards and Chacon have gone down. Bobby Chacon, 31 years old, out of Los Angeles, California, against the 26-year-old Cornelius Boza Edwards from Uganda. We'll be back in a moment. Now that concluded in round 4, extracurricular action. This is all after the bell, and the referee, Richard Steele, really had a job to hold the two away, and then both apologized. We are now on to round 5. Bobby Chacon in the red, Cornelius Boza Edwards in the white. Both have been knocked down.
Right at the bell, ending that round, when they kept fighting, Boza had gotten stung and buckled. That's why the fighting continued. And so, Bobby Chacon opened this round. Oh, he's bleeding from the nose. Bobby's bleeding from the nose. That part that we had just spoken about last round has begun to cave in. Good, strong punching by Bobby Chacon to open this round. You can take a look now as you see the damage that's being inflicted by Boza Edwards. Chacon trying to end this now because it's doubtful if his face can take this kind of punishment for 12 rounds.
And it's gone by round 5, and again they exchange.
I believe from the way he's pawing at his nose, I believe he's got difficulty with his nose. If it's not broken, it's certainly given him a lot of pain. Back again in the corner, again to the place where he likes to fight. Bobby Chacon, no shortage of bravery. He's in there trading with Boza Edwards.
Chacon has been effectively slipping in this 5th round. Back in May of 1981, that was 2 years ago here in Las Vegas. Chacon gave everything he had. His legs quit before his heart did, and could not make it out of the corner for round 14 against Boza Edwards. And then tragedy struck the Chacon family. His wife Valerie, who had been pleading with Bobby to retire from boxing, committed suicide about a year ago. Bobby left with 3 children. Still the dream of a championship, and he then proceeded to pull off one of the storybook comebacks in boxing history, climaxed by the victory over Bazooka Lebon to win the title.
Great fighting off the ropes by Bobby Chacon, who's been getting hammered. There goes the mouthpiece. Hard to tell who that was. It's Bobby Chacon's mouthpiece. He's looking like he's wearing out, although he's dangerous in spurts.
And again, they finish with the flourish. Round 5 coming to a conclusion. We'll be back in 30 seconds to check out Chacon's corner.
Heavy work in the corner. They're more worried about the eye than the nose, although they have put a pad of adrenaline up his nose. They're working very hard. They seem to be very calm in the corner. Both cornermen, Joe Potts, Will Edgington, have been working. It looks like they've got the eye completely under control. The nose is no longer bleeding, but will as soon as this fight starts.
And this is round 6. Referee Richard Steele had a very tough 5 rounds. Blood. Oh! Combination by Chacon.
Chacon seems to catch Boza Edwards at the beginning of these rounds.
But blood pouring down the right side of the face of Chacon. Combination by Boza Edwards.
That's a question question of physical stamina from here on in. No question about it. Both men are beginning to wear out. Now the right side of Bobby Chacon's brow is beginning to bleed. That means he has cuts over the right and left, and he has trouble with his nose. Nobody can take this kind of punishment without having some type of injury inflicted. Unless Bobby Chacon can get very lucky. With Boza Edwards, the handwriting is on the wall. Many people felt that it was too soon after that devastating fight with Bazooka Limon, and it might well be.
Crowd urging Chacon on, but has not been able to land much. Again, the push by Boza Edwards. Halfway through round 6.
The difference is that Boza's a non-stop punching machine, whereas Chacon is trying to get in his 1 or 2 lucky shots.
Not much on that last combination thrown by Chacon.
You almost wonder how there could be anything left. The right eye is now bleeding badly. The cut is now up. See, that was that slick spot where Boza Edwards slipped in the first round.
And it gave Chacon an opportunity to clear the blood from his right eye. He could not see. Very slippery canvas. Again, Boza Edwards had a problem.
Bobby Chacon needs a miracle to win this fight. It's only in the 6th round, but the result is written on his face already.
Let him up. Watch your head inside.
All right, we're going to stay right here. We're going to stay with it and check out the corner of Bobby Chacon between rounds.
Don't hold him.
Bobby Chacon's face, a mask of blood.
As he gets back to the corner, Joe Ponce and Will Edgington, Frank Williams, very serious. Here comes the commission doctor to look in. Very serious decision to be made. Let's listen.
All right.
Close your eye, man.
You hear me? That's going to stop that.
Close your eye.
That doctor just said if this keeps on going, we're going to stop it. What he's saying is you've got 1 more round, son, and after that, it's curtains.
That's the ringside position, Dr. Flip.
Stop it?
No.
Yeah, he'll stop it.
We'll stop the fight. We'll stop the fight.
We'll stop the cut.
Referee Richard Steele also asked, you want to stop the fight? And, that was not well received.
Clip him, Bobby.
He's still, this is a very severe fight for him, and he feels like he can get lucky with 1 punch. He deserves 1 round. Now, the opening of this round should be a blitzkrieg.
All right, this is round 7. It's scheduled for 12. Chacon went down earlier. Boza Edwards was put down earlier. Chacon has to go for the knockout.
Incredibly enough, Boza Edwards is unmarked.
Watch the elbow. Watch the elbow.
Watch the elbow. Again, the warning for Boza Edwards.
And the round is not even started, and Chacon is bleeding from both brows and the nose. He doesn't even look like he's got that much on his punches when he throws them.
Now, we saw that in a series of combinations last round. Looks like his energy level has diminished.
It's been a fierce fight, but the last 2 rounds, I'm afraid, have been all Boza Edwards. The weight of that attack is so much that I don't believe it's fair to ask Chacon to take much more.
And Richard Steele apparently wants to get a closer look at Bobby Chacon, and here comes Dr. Hermansky.
It would not.
We're going to let it go right now, but it ain't going to go much longer.
He's going to let it go, but he won't let it go much longer, is what he said. That means this is the last round of this fight.
So they resume about a minute 15 in round 7, and it's desperation time for Bobby Chacon, which means he Bobby Chacon, the WBC Super Featherweight champion, although at the moment this is considered a non-title bout. The WBC meeting on that matter right now. And number one contender Cornelius Boza Edwards.
Let him up.
And for Bobby Chacon, it may mean just 1 minute left to turn this around. That will depend on the doctor as he checks Chacon out in the corner if this round does go the duration.
He's back in his favorite corner, and I must say it's cost him his fight. Because Boza has dominated the corner action.
So the time running down. That's time left. And we're down to 30 seconds, round 7. Nothing on the punches of Chacon.
But still dangerous, Mark. Still dangerous.
We're going to stay right here between rounds to see what takes place in the corner of Chacon.
One wonders why Boza's fighting him that way, knowing that all he's got to do is survive this round.
All right, now the pressure is on the ringside position. All right, let's take a listen.
All right, I talked to his doctor. We don't let it go. All right, but just, you keep on. You want it? You want to keep fighting?
He's all right, Doc.
Yeah, it's staying
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. What the heck? He'll be all right.
All right, get something on that.
Dr. Hamansky pulling away from his initial observation.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Both eyes are ripped. His nose is bleeding. And while his cornermen are brave, and no question about it, Chacon is very brave, and this is a very tough fight, but he's so far behind. And they gave him 1 round to do what he wanted to, and he couldn't. I really, really would like to see this fight stopped right now, Marv.
We're working a little closer.
All right, we are headed
Punching, get close.
to round 8 on the Fight Doctor scorecard. Cornelius Boza Edwards in front.
69 to 65.
It is on the 10-point bus system here in the state of Nevada. So again, Chacon in a situation where he needs a knockout. And Boza Edwards comes right at Chacon as we open up. Bobby Chacon at this moment looks the same way he did in the late rounds when he was beaten by Boza Edwards 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, he's just reaching the limits of his endurance, I think.
Watch your head.
You know, he's always dangerous. Bobby's always dangerous, as he proved with Bazooka Limon. But he is much older now. That beating was a pretty bad beating 5 months ago, and he really doesn't need much more.
That's the beating, although in a victorious manner to win the title. 15-round decision over Bazooka Limon.
Well, unfortunately, your body and your brain don't know that.
And the trunks of Boza Edwards. Full of the blood of Bobby Chacon. And again, a timeout.
I don't know about this. That many timeouts, that many things. I mean, what do they need? Let's listen. What's he asking him? Does he want to still fight for?
He's all right. I'm all right. You're all right. He's all right. Like that thing is not.
I can't see that. I can't see that. What is a doctor asking a boxer if he still wants to fight? What does he think he's going to say? No? Especially a man of the valor and proven ability of Bobby Chacon. All they're giving Chacon is a lot of rest and a lot of time.
Boza Edwards on the attack.
Boza does not relent. He continues to come on.
And Chacon with the combination. And the crowd coming alive. It's been a Chacon crowd. There's the doctor, Flip Hernandez, ringside position. Less than a minute left. And this, the 8th round.
You marvel at the courage of Bobby Chacon, but you marvel at the fact that they're letting him continue with his face falling apart. signs of being tired. Well, he should. He's done everything there is over the last 7 rounds. He needs 1 round to rest.
Work it out. Work it out.
And we're final seconds. 8th round. We'll be back right after we pause for these words. Listen.
This is the last round for you.
Put on it.
Okay? You better get
Put on
going.
it.
What'd you think?
That was Dr. Featherwt Creech, a plastic surgeon who stepped in to take charge.
And well, he should have. He said 1 more, and that's plenty. But they told him once more 2 rounds ago.
This is round 9, and Bobby Chacon has taken a thrashing from Cornelius Boza Edwards. Both Boza Edwards and Chacon have gone down. And the referee, Richard Steele, has called several timeouts, but has chosen to go to the corner and ask the advice of the doctor rather than stop the fight.
Yes, I thought the referee had the power to stop it, but he will not. Now here comes Chacon fighting back. Also, there's been no use of the standing 8 count.
Which is in effect in the state of Nevada. Well, he's been using a timeout, which has taken more than 8 seconds.
Yes, he's been giving him a lot of rest.
That's the ringside position. Dr. Hernandez looking on.
Dr. Hernandez has been listening to Dr. Creech. Thank goodness that he has, because it should be the last round of this fight unless Chacon gets extremely active and lucky.
Of course, that's the rationale of those who will say, well, why stop it? He still can fight. And you look at the flurry right here, but people who say that are not thinking about the long-term damage.
Yeah, we're talking about the health of Bobby Chacon, who this may be his last fight. He has 3 children. He has a mountain of money now. He doesn't need to risk his health. But here he comes back. At this moment, it's an academic point, but Boza Edwards is totally in control of the fight.
Less than a minute left. 9th round. It's scheduled for 12, but if you can believe, and they have changed the course of direction several times, if you can believe the last corner conference, it was said again that this will be the final round. We'll see. But here's Chacon back strong. Oh, and Boza Edwards slipped.
Not a knockdown, a slip. Definitely a slip on that same part that he slipped in before.
And the crowd urging Chacon on.
That's what's going to make it so difficult to stop this fight. Bobby's always full of life at the end.
This crowd will not react well if the bout is stopped.
And
after this round, he slipped.
He slipped again. They're both exhausted. Their legs are not holding up under them. Boza's legs are wobbly now, even though he's been winning.
All right, this is going to be interesting.
Now this is going to be it.
That's what I said.
That's what I thought you said.
As we listen in on the corner.
He's not even bleeding no more.
Jesus Christ.
Just stop. Just stop.
Get your ass in gear, man.
Yeah.
All right. Look up.
The cornerman said he's not even bleeding anymore.
And Creech gave a medical opinion. He said, get your ass in gear.
Well, let him work on it.
Okay, I want to let go. Look up at me.
Stop it for him.
Look down. Look down. Look over here. Look over at me.
See your phone or what's that?
He's all right. Here's the water bottle.
See your...
Go.
The doctor has been examining his eyes with an ophthalmoscope to see if he's reacting, if there's any brain damage, if there's any kind of damage at all. He doesn't see any, and by golly, they're going to let it go.
Don't drop him hand.
What can he tell here off a simplistic observation concerning brain damage?
He can't at all, anything.
So the bout continues. Round 10. And obviously enormous pressure on the part of the medical people to stop a bout with Chacon coming back. Well, low, according to Boza Edwards, but the referee did not pick it up. Chacon at this moment looking fresher than Boza Edwards.
I really don't think either fighter looks fresh. I think it's whoever's going to wilt first. No question, Chacon's having his best round for the last 4 or 5.
Looked like a low blow again by Chacon, and Chacon is having difficulty seeing out of the left eye. He's battling it now.
Boza's having trouble controlling his legs. Boza's legs have been wobbled.
What a turnaround by Chacon, though.
Look at Chacon, he can't even keep his hands up. He's so tired he can't even put his hands up. Look at this. Even on the attack, Boza's legs are wobbly. He is exhausted.
Past the halfway mark, round 10 of a fight that will prompt much discussion for weeks to come. Bobby Chacon, 31 years old, Los Angeles, California, longtime veteran, 51-6, 42 knockouts, looking to hang on. He is the WBC Super Featherweight champ, going against the former champ, 26-year-old Cornelius Boza Edwards out of New Florida, now living in England. A man who beat Chacon 2 years ago, and it's been a bloodbath most of the way here today.
Oh, Chacon is a mess right now. If that doctor can't see this. Chacon back in his corner, back doing his fighting, but getting pummeled. 25 seconds. Boza just doesn't let up. Chacon throwing everything with every punch, but exhausting himself as he does.
And we come to the end of round 10. As both come out for round 11, let's listen to some of the con work in the corner of Bobby Chacon between rounds.
Top 2.
Yeah, another fight. He's only got 2 more rounds. He's ahead. So why stop him?
Why stop it, the cornerman said, talking to the ringside physicians. Now the pressure on the doctors. Very tough to stop it right here. Had they decided earlier, they might have gotten away with it, but the crowd has gotten behind Chacon, and I get the feeling that they're pressured by the support for Chacon.
I think so, and I also think that they're being calmed by the corner. The guy says we're ahead. Well, if he's ahead, I don't know what fight they're watching, but he's so far behind he needs a knockout.
And here's the crowd again chanting for Chacon. It was also pointed out in Chacon's corner that Boza Edwards' legs are very wobbly, that he has nothing going, but both have little punching power.
Well, there's no question that Boza's legs are going. Boza's legs are going, but Chacon's face is gone.
This similar to the bout 2 years ago here in Las Vegas between the two, in which Bobby Chacon was stopped at the end of round 13. He could not come out for round 14. It was non-stop action then, too.
Bobby landing some lucky sucker punches just then. As long as Boza Edwards isn't punching, he's wide open.
Less than a minute left. Round 11. This is scheduled for 12. Chacon landing with the right, continues to fight with the hands down, actually conserving energy as he tries to load up.
But all his hands down are doing for him is catching punches right in the face.
But one good shot and Boza Edwards could go down.
That's why they don't want to stop him.
I would think it very unlikely that this bout would be stopped at this point, particularly that Chacon has had a good round.
Right.
We'll be back with the 12th and final in just a moment. And final round, Marv Albert, the fight doctor, Bernie Pacheco, Las Vegas, Nevada. And the doctors did not even make an appearance between rounds in the corner of Bobby Chacon. And in the corner of Chacon, they were telling him, you've got this fight. Of course, you never know now that there is the possibility of a decision. The scoring on the 10-point plus. The fight doctor scorecard has Chacon trailing in the bout, but we shall see if it does go the distance.
You don't know how they counted those first two knockdowns to Chacon. If they counted it 10-8, you just don't know. But I would say that Boza Edwards is safely ahead on points.
And here's Chacon putting Boza Edwards down. And nearly landed face first on our laps.
And that's what this crowd has been waiting for. Here comes Bobby.
2 minutes remaining, 12th and final round. And Chacon encouraged by that last knockdown.
Has he got the strength to finish Boza, and has Boza got the strength to take it?
Chacon now looking to reach back for everything.
Boza has nothing. Boza has nothing. He has nothing on his punches. He's got to survive a minute 34 without any punching power and no legs.
And slipping all over the ring is Boza Edwards.
That's because his legs are playing a trick on him. It's slippery. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of water on the canvas. Bobby thinks he's got the fight won now. He's even doing a little alley shuffle.
Boza Edwards nearly went down. That was more of a slip.
He has no legs. Here comes Chacon.
All right, less than a minute left, 12th and final round.
Bobby has his fight right in his hands and he doesn't know it. It should have been stopped rounds ago, but there's Bobby. Boza has nothing.
Those are taps to the cheeks of Chacon.
He must not know how close he is to knocking out Boza Edwards.
You see the time running down. 25 seconds remaining. And it may be that Chacon,
low blow.
It may be that Chacon still does need the knockout.
I don't think he thinks so because his corner's been telling him he's ahead. And now with this big knockdown, it's a 10-8 round. It really is going to be close now.
Final seconds of the bout. And what a gutty performance by Bobby Chacon. And the crowd reacts. It appeared that the bout could have been stopped on several occasions, as you were requesting earlier, but as we said, when you look back later on, the rationale will be, if it does go the distance as it did, those who say, well, how can you stop the bout in such a situation? Those who have that opinion will say, look, Chacon went the distance.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where you got to decide what's better, the safety of the fighter or the outcome of the ring, of the fight. This has been a typical Bobby Chacon fight. I still have Boza ahead 115-113, but that last knockdown was extremely important.
All right, so we await the word from the judges, Wayne Ford, Lou Tobbett, and Dave Moretti. Will be back with the decision in a moment. But right now, let's go to Los Angeles and more of the UCLA Invitational. Back in Las Vegas, we are set for the decision. Was it Bobby Chacon or Cornelius Boza Edwards? Let's go to the ring. Here's Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. Judge Dwayne Ford scores 115 113. Judge Lou Tabbitt scores 115, 112. Judge Dave Moretti scores 117, 111 for the winner and still super featherweight champion of the world, Bobby Chacon.
Bobby Chacon with the decision over Cornelius Boza Edwards. Fight Doctor's scorecard had it. Boza Edwards 115, 113. We'll be back to get into that subject in just a moment. Back in Las Vegas, Nevada, Marv Albert with Ferdy Pacheco. Bobby Chacon by decision in a dramatic come-from-behind effort over Cornelius Boza Edwards. Let's go to the ring. Here's Ferdy.
Congratulations. That might have been the fight of the year this far. I must tell you both, Marv Albert and I were very worried about your safety. We both were hoping that they would stop the fight for your safety. You proved us wrong. You came back and you won the fight. But we were kind of worried. I personally thought on our scorecard, Boza had won. However, you won unanimously on all scorecards, and I think that last round pulled it out for you.
I think that last knockdown is the way I won.
Well, hey, tough fight. You say battle of the year. Me and Boza, he's just a top conditioner. And damn, I got a lot of guts. I want to win, you know. Like I said before, I want to win. And Boza was trying to take it away from me. I'm glad I had some reserve. With the mix-up with the legal problems, I wasn't sure about this thing. Thanks to Mickey Duff, this thing came through for us.
Thanks to Mickey Duff, indeed. Now, Boza, I felt like your legs were going on you in the end. You worked so hard the first 10 rounds. I felt the last 2 rounds, your legs were going on you.
Yeah, the legs were going, but the fact was that the boots I've got on, they were kind of slippery. And I presume they cost me the fight. You know, it wasn't really the legs, it was that the boots kept on slipping.
All right.
Every time I was...
Mickey Duff, the man probably most instrumental in bringing this fight about. Did you feel that the fight should have been stopped because of the increasingly damaged face of Chacon?
He certainly looked very badly cut. The doctor had a closer look than me, and they obviously decided he could go on. At times I thought he was bleeding very badly, but that's not our decision. That's the decision for the doctor.
And so, to the man whose decision it is, let's go to Marv Albert at ringside, who's sitting with the ring doctor.
All right, and this is Dr. Flip Hermansky, and we felt that you were talked out of stopping the bout on a couple of occasions. You were about to go in there and say, that's it.
Never was I about to stop the fight. The whole point here was that his vision was not impaired. There was going to be no permanent disability from his injury. Whether it's a cosmetic problem, I think Bobby can handle that. And I have no compunctions about what happened, and we'll do the same thing again. His vision, his eyesight will be fine after this.
But why did you change your mind? We heard in the corner you said on several occasions, one more round or that's it, and they kept saying, hey, he's okay. He's no problem with him.
All right. The cut looked like it was such that if he took more punishment, it would open up. It was not opening up. That was the key. About the 6th or the 7th round, it looked the worst it was going to look. It did not open any further. I was surprised at that. It was a competitive fight. He's the champion. He deserves his chance, and he got it.
How about pressure from the crowd? I think they would have gone crazy had you stopped.
No pressure from the crowd whatsoever. There's always pressure one way or the other. It's my 3rd year doing this. My feelings, again,